me for book club while I talk about January's book. We read The Women. So I'll try not to include any spoilers. It's about a girl named Frankie who is an army nurse in Vietnam. And she has a brother who also served during Vietnam in the Navy. She joined the army kind of to impress her dad and on a whim. And obviously a lot of things happen, but I think about the first half of the book details her experience during Vietnam. It's a super emotional book, so be prepared for it to be heavy. And if you're not feeling a book like that, I would skip this one. Now to get to my thoughts about it. I really liked it. It was long. I was actually worried that I wasn't gonna finish it in time, so I did end up buying it on audiobook as well so I could listen to it in the car. I think the author did a really good job. She's very descriptive down to like the music that was playing, the clothes that the characters were wearing. So the second half of the book is kind of her life after Vietnam and how she's coping. Also, it's pretty political. There's a lot of description on what was happening in America during that time. Also, just the rarity around women serving in the military at that time. And how just because she was an army nurse and she didn't see combat, that her experience maybe wasn't as valid as others. There's a lot of emphasis around women empowerment and how women can kind of band together and help each other through different life events, and I loved that. But I do feel like the author was trying to pack in every single possible book scenario that you could possibly fit in a story, if that makes sense, to the point that I feel like it was a little unrealistic, which it's fiction, so it doesn't need to be realistic. It's a story, but at some point I'm like, oh my gosh, this now too? There's romance, death, a lot of talk about mental health. Again, just how taboo it was back then to admit that you were struggling mentally. There are also so many twists and turns in the book. One of the biggest twists and turns I actually saw coming, and I was so proud of myself for that, and it happened at the very end. So I was like, is it gonna happen? Is it not gonna happen? But the whole time I was thinking it was, and then it did, and it felt super validating. So all in all, I did really like it. I think I would rate it like a 7.4, which yeah, I don't know if that's probably one of the higher ones I've read in a while. But yeah, if you're looking for a book option for your book club, I highly recommend this. I'm actually really excited to talk to the girls and get their thoughts on it.